This little quilt block is called building blocks, and today I'm going to show you how to make it. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pajagi, and embroidery. So if you want an easy quilt block that is just made out of squares, then building blocks might be the one for you. This building blocks block uses 3 colors, a light, a dark, and a feature. So I'm using this white, this red, and this little pink. This block finishes at 5.5 inches square, but it's easy to adapt it to other sizes. So if you're ready to get started making this block, let's go. The building blocks quilt block is not a difficult block. It's just made up with the arrangement of the squares. So all the pieces of it are squares. So for a block that finishes at 5.5 inches, I'm going to be using 1.5 inch squares. But you can easily make this in different sizes by just using a different size square. So it's just 5 across and 5 down, and we're going to need 8 dark squares, so I'm using this red. We're going to use 9 light squares, so I have this white fabric, and then 8 of a feature or contrasting color, so I have this little pink floral print. So 8 dark, 9 light, and 8 feature. So to lay out this block, we start with a light square in the middle, and then at north, south, east, and west, we put a dark square, and then surrounding that we put our feature color square. So this is making like a diamond shape, and then surrounding that we're just going to put our light squares and then finish with a dark square in the corner. So we can already see in the layout we have this little diamond of dark squares and then this bigger diamond of the feature, and we can see the symmetry and the balance of this block. So to assemble this, all we're going to do is we're going to join these pieces into rows. So you're going to join that row together, this row, etc. And then for pressing, it's kind of your choice how you want to press it. You can either press your seams in alternate directions. So this seam you could press towards the dark and towards the feature, and then this seam you would press towards the feature and towards the feature. You could do that, or you could simply press all the seams in one direction and then in the next block all the seams in the other direction. Whichever one is easier for you. It's just going to be much easier to join the rows together if your 2 seams that are adjoining each other are pressed in opposite directions. So you can choose how you want to do that. So I'm going to join these pieces into rows and then I'll show you what I mean. So here are my rows all joined together, and I decided just for ease to press all my seams in the same direction. So these seams are all pressed this way, these are all pressed this way, etc. I just thought that was easier to do. That does mean that sometimes some of my seams are pressed towards the light fabric, but I'm okay with that. And just a little tip, if you do decide to press your seams this way, but then you pick up your pieces and you say, oh no, my seams are pressed in the same direction, these strips are all symmetrical, so you can easily just turn one over and then the seams will be pressed in the opposite direction. So if you're laying it out and you think one's pressed the wrong way, then you don't have to go back and repress them. You can just flip the block over. Now the key for this block, because it's just little squares and there's so many and you're joining them, the key is to have a picture or an image that you can look at, that you can keep referring back to. But also notice that each row is symmetrical. So once you start joining it, you know it's going to have one color in the middle and then the other 2 colors on the sides of that. And all the rows finish that pattern. So once you have all your rows done, then you can just join your rows together. So there's what the finished block looks like. Now, because we used 1.5 inch squares, this block is now 5.5 inches square, so it'll be 5 inches in your finished quilt. But of course, you can use whatever size squares you want. It's a great scrap buster. So if you have lots of little squares left over from other projects, this is a great way to use them up. For more tutorials for quilt blocks and all the different skills that you need for making them and putting them together into quilts, you can check out my channel here or my website, epidastudio.com.